Your Business Podcast with Frank Furness.
Well, hi everybody and welcome to Sales School, and this is Frank Furness, where we're going to help you make more money by mastering sales, dominating marketing, and really being happy. In our next episodes, we're going to be taking a look at the psychology of sales, and I'm going to be joined by my really good friend Ian Halsall, where we speak about Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Well, we're getting right into it now, and you know the old sort of method of selling was get in, be the sharp salesman, get out. But I think things have changed so much today because it's all about relationship selling, developing fantastic rapport, developing great relationships with your clients. And really, this is where NLP comes in and will help you incredibly with your sales. Now, Ian, won't you give us a little bit of an overview of what NLP is all about and how it can actually help us in this series?
Well, maybe I should kick off by talking a little bit about the term NLP. N stands for neuro. That's generally about the brain, the thinking process, if you like, the biology of thinking. Everybody that you sell to has got a brain. Now, they don't always behave like they have, but everybody has got a brain, and your job is to somehow get into it to change their beliefs, change their attitudes. So understanding something about the brain is vital for you to be an effective salesperson. The L in NLP is linguistic. Now, this is really, really important. If you want to change somebody's thinking, if you want to change them from not buying to buying, not being interested to interested, how are you going to do it? Well, in a word, you've got language. Language can be immensely powerful, and in many ways what this whole program is about you using your language to say the same thing, the same product at the same price, but saying it using language more artfully so it's more persuasive, so you have a higher closing ratio. The P in NLP is programming. This is really important if you want to get people to buy. The primary thing that drives people's behavior is programming. They do things automatically. From how you think about how you drive your car, how you drive to work, how you clean your teeth, how you walk, how you talk. Most of the things that human beings do are automatic. You don't have to think every time you get out of bed. You don't have to think every time you clean your teeth. You don't have to think every time you drive your car. Well, maybe the first time you drove your car you had to think a lot, but after a while these things become automatic. And programming is absolutely vital in building sales, because if you want to be an effective salesperson, you've got to understand how to interrupt people's programs, because a lot of prospects have a program for dealing with you, the salesperson. They're going to be resistant, they're going to be disinterested, and you've suddenly have got to find some way to break that and have them somehow go, oh, hold on a second, I think I might be interested. So broadly, that's what NLP is about.
Ian, would you say it's all about selling to people the way they want to buy rather than you selling the way you want to sell?
Absolutely. One of the biggest mistakes a salesperson can make is to go on autopilot, and that's the other aspect of programming, by the way. A lot of salespeople, particularly ineffective salespeople, they have a program for selling. They talk this way, they dress that way, and they have this script and they stick to it. Now, that may work, but you're going to have a low closing ratio. You're going to have only a small proportion of people buying from you. But as we'll be talking about in the 5 principles of success later, if you can be much more adaptive, if you can spot the clues when somebody's giving you a loud signal, then you can change track and then you can find out the way they like to be sold. And guess what? Your closing ratios go up.
So it's not only in closing, I suppose it's when you meet somebody, how to develop rapport with them. I suppose even picking up the phone, all of those kinds of things. So NLP comes into every phase of the sales process. Would that be right?
That is right. In fact, it's before you even pick up the phone, because it's any part of the process that involves the brain or involves language. So even before you even pick up the phone, you're probably thinking, what are you going to aim for? You're probably talking about goals, which is something we'll be talking about later. Every single part of the process, even beyond the close. How are you going to deal with preventing things like buyer's remorse? How are you going to prevent somebody phoning you up saying, I've had a think about it and I've actually changed my mind? How can you use NLP past that? And then even beyond that, how you can use NLP to use your current existing list of people that have already bought from you. How are you going to use them to generate more referrals? And you can use NLP for that too.
Well, I really hope you enjoyed today's podcast. And remember, if you'd like to book me to speak at your next conference or do some sales training, either in person or via Zoom remotely, please drop me an email, frank@frankfurness.com, Also, please take a look at my website, frankfurness.com, and take a look at some of my courses on productivitycenter.com. Remember also to connect with me on all of the social media channels. They're all under Frank Furness, especially LinkedIn, where I'm almost up to 30,000, and every day I have some great new ideas and tips on sales, marketing, speaking, and anything that will make you money. Hey, this is Frank. See you in the next episode.